In this land of contrasts, where lush landscapes and arid deserts coexist, a select few nations stand at the forefront of Africa's oil revolution. From the wilds of Nigeria to the majestic plains of Angola, these countries hold the key to a vital global resource, fueling progress, controversy, and aspirations. Behind the scenes, governments grapple with the complex task of managing their oil-rich territories. Balancing economic growth, environmental preservation, and the well-being of their people is a tightrope act with far-reaching consequences. Meanwhile, ordinary men and women navigate the challenging terrain of progress, and their lives interwoven with the ebb and flow of the oil industry. For some, oil brings prosperity, while for others, it brings disruption, displacement, and a struggle to maintain their cultural heritage. In this video, we will be talking about the 15 biggest oil producers in Africa. Amidst all the complexities, the journey of oil from deep beneath the African soil to the global stage remains an awe-inspiring feat of engineering and ingenuity. Without wasting much of your time, let's dive right in. 15. Tunisia. The nation's oil fields find their epicenter in the southern territories, particularly within the expansive Sahara Desert and the Gulf of Gabes. Tunisia's oil and gas sector is supported by major companies such as Eni, OMV, Repsol, and Shell, which actively participate in exploration, production, and investment activities in the country. Tunisia's path has not been without its share of trials, grappling with aging infrastructure, political turbulence, and the relentless whims of global oil prices. Yet in the face of these challenges, Tunisia has gallantly maintained a notable oil production capacity. Each passing day sees approximately 35,000 barrels flow forth, solidifying the indispensability of oil revenue to the country's economic fabric. Tunisia's oil industry, like a magnet, continues to attract both local and foreign investments, forging the way for infrastructure development and lending unwavering support to the nation's aspirations of economic growth and development. 14. Cameroon. Nestled along the southwestern coast, the country's oil endeavors find their focus in the Rio del Rey and Douala, Kribi, and Campo basins. Yet these ventures have not been without their undulations, swayed by the tempestuous winds of global oil prices, formidable infrastructure hurdles, and the intricate dance of geopolitical forces. In Cameroon, notable major oil companies such as Total Energies, ExxonMobil, Perenco, and Bolivian are actively engaged in the country's oil and gas industry, playing significant roles in exploration, production, and development activities. Cameroon attains an average daily oil production of approximately 40,000 barrels, a significant stream that bolsters its export revenue. Thus, the nation's oil sector remains an essential cog in its economic machinery, drawing the gaze of international investors and fortifying the edifice of its infrastructure, all in pursuit of harnessing its oil reserves and fostering comprehensive growth and development. 13. Ivory Coast. Located on the stunning shores of West Africa, Ivory Coast emerges as a rising star in the realm of oil production. Blessed with offshore oil fields, this vibrant nation has embarked on an ambitious journey to tap into its hydrocarbon reserves. Several major oil companies, including Total Energies, Shell, Eni, and Anadarko Petroleum Corporation, have been involved in Ivory Coast's oil and gas sector, contributing to its exploration, production, and development efforts. Leveraging advanced technology and strategic partnerships, Ivory Coast has witnessed a significant increase in its oil production in recent years. As international interest grows, with estimated oil production of around 45,000 barrels per day, the country's determined efforts to expand its exploration and extraction activities promise to unlock its untapped potential, thus fueling economic growth, job creation, and positioning the Ivory Coast as a key player in Africa's ever-evolving oil landscape. 12. South Sudan. The Muglad and Melib basins, nestled within the northeastern and central realms, serve as the heartland of the country's oil fields. Yet South Sudan's ambitious pursuits are met with hurdles, encompassing the shackles of infrastructure constraints, the volatility of political instability, and the capricious dance of global oil prices. South Sudan's oil industry is supported by major companies like China National Petroleum Corporation, Petronas, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, and Niloped, which actively contribute to the country's oil exploration, production, and development endeavors. Nevertheless, against these odds, South Sudan has managed to carve out an impressive oil production capacity. On any given day, an estimated 50,000 barrels grace the nation's output, affirming the pivotal role oil revenue assumes within its economic tapestry. The industry's allure extends far beyond borders, beckoning foreign investment and birthing infrastructure projects, all to fuel South Sudan's lofty dreams of sustained growth and prosperity. 11. Sudan. Its oil fields thrive primarily in the central and southern regions, encompassing the notable Mughled Basin and the Melit Basin. Sudan, though not devoid of challenges, confronts a delicate dance with political instability, economic constraints, and the shackles of limited infrastructure. Yet, against the odds, Sudan maintains a resilient oil production capacity. Sudan's oil industry is supported by major companies such as China National Petroleum Corporation, Petronas, ONGC Videsh Limited, and Sudapet, which actively contribute to the country's oil exploration, production, and development efforts, playing significant roles in its energy sector. On any given day, an estimated 65,000 barrels grace its output, underscoring the pivotal role oil revenue assumes within the nation's economic fabric. 10. Chad. The country's oil fields are primarily concentrated in the southern region, specifically the Doba Basin, which holds extensive oil reserves. Chad's oil production has experienced fluctuations over time due to a combination of factors such as global oil prices, infrastructure limitations, and geopolitical dynamics. Chad's oil sector is bolstered by major companies such as ExxonMobil, the China National Petroleum Corporation, Glencore, and Petronas, which play significant roles in exploration, production, and investment activities in the country. Chad has maintained an average oil production of around 68,000 barrels per day, contributing significantly to its export revenue and national economy. The oil industry in Chad remains a crucial driver of economic growth, attracting foreign investments and necessitating infrastructure development to optimize oil reserves, ultimately aiming to uplift the nation's overall development trajectory. We hope you are learning a lot from this video. Like this video and subscribe to the New Tourist channel to encourage us to keep making videos like this for you. Do not forget to turn on notifications so you get notified whenever we upload videos like this. Let's continue. 9. Equatorial Guinea. It has firmly established itself as a powerhouse in oil production. The country's oil fields are primarily concentrated in offshore regions, particularly the prolific Zafiro and Alba fields. Equatorial Guinea has successfully navigated challenges within its oil sector, including infrastructure development, fluctuating global oil prices, and political dynamics. Despite these obstacles, the nation maintains a substantial oil production capacity. Equatorial Guinea's oil and gas industry is supported by major companies such as ExxonMobil, Marathon Oil, Noble Energy, and Cosmos Energy, which actively contribute to the country's exploration, production, and development endeavors, driving its oil sector forward. With an average daily output of approximately 88,000 barrels, oil revenue plays a pivotal role in the country's economy. 8. Ghana. Ghana has experienced a steady increase in oil production, driven by successful exploration and production efforts, robust infrastructure development, and favorable investment climate. Ghana's vibrant oil and gas industry is propelled by major companies like Tullow Oil, Eni, Cosmos Energy, and ExxonMobil, who actively contribute to the country's exploration, production, and development efforts. In recent years, Ghana's average oil production has reached around 172,000 barrels per day, contributing significantly to its export earnings and economic growth. The country's oil sector continues to attract both domestic and international investment, enabling Ghana to tap into its oil reserves, bolster its energy sector, and facilitate socio-economic development for its citizens. 7. Gabon. The country's wealth lies nestled within its offshore domains, particularly the bountiful Gamba and pre-salt basins. Overcoming a myriad of challenges, ranging from the aging infrastructure strain to the capricious winds of global oil prices and environmental concerns, Gabon stands resolute. Gabon's oil industry is supported by major companies like Total Energies, Shell, Eni, and Perenco, which actively contribute to the country's exploration, production, and development efforts, fueling its oil and gas sector. Its oil production capacity remains substantial, its daily yield a testament to its unwavering commitment. An estimated 195,000 barrels grace its output, fortifying the nation's economic framework with the lifeblood of oil revenue. In this fervent pursuit, Gabon's oil industry beckons both local and foreign investments, nurturing infrastructure development and steering the nation towards the compass of economic growth and development. 6. The Republic of Congo. Its prime focus lies along the coastal regions, particularly the offshore expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. Despite the occasional hurdles posed by limited infrastructure and the ever-changing tides of global oil prices, Congo stands tall with its impressive capacity for oil extraction. On any given day, an estimated 275,000 barrels grace its output, solidifying oil revenue's role as a lifeline for the nation's economy. The allure of Congo's oil industry extends far and wide, attracting international investments and kindling the fires of infrastructure development while fueling the nation's ardent pursuit of economic growth and development. 5. Egypt. The country's oil reserves are primarily concentrated in the Western Desert, Gulf of Suez, and Nile Delta regions. Egypt has overcome various challenges within its oil sector, including political transitions, infrastructure constraints, and fluctuating global oil prices. With determined resilience, Egypt has maintained a significant oil production capacity. Egypt's robust oil and gas sector is powered by major companies like BP, Shell, Eni, and ExxonMobil, who actively contribute to the country's exploration, production, and development activities, playing vital roles in Egypt's energy industry. With an average daily output of approximately 556,000 barrels, oil revenue serves as a crucial contributor to the country's economy. The oil industry in Egypt continues to attract both domestic and international investments, fueling infrastructure development and supporting the nation's economic growth and development goals. 4. Libya. It is a significant oil-producing country in North Africa. The country has been producing oil since the 1950s, and today it is one of the top oil-producing countries in Africa. Libya's oil reserves are located primarily in the onshore and offshore regions, mainly in the eastern regions of Cyrenaica and the Gulf of Sirte. Libya's oil industry is supported by major companies such as the National Oil Corporation, Eni, Total Energies, and BP, which actively contribute to the country's oil exploration, production, and development efforts, playing crucial roles in Libya's energy sector. The country's production is dominated by the Sarir field, which is operated by the state-owned oil company National Oil Corporation. The Sarir field has estimated reserves of around 4 billion barrels of oil and is responsible for the majority of Libya's production. The oil industry in Libya has been facing many challenges in recent years due to the civil war and the political instability that the country has been facing. 3. Algeria. The country's oil reserves are primarily concentrated in the Hassi Messaoud and Ward Nos fields, located in the central and eastern regions. Despite challenges such as aging infrastructure and geopolitical dynamics, Algeria has maintained a significant oil production capacity. Algeria's thriving oil and gas industry is fueled by major companies such as Sonatrach, BP, Total Energies, and Eni, which actively participate in the country's exploration, production, and development activities, playing pivotal roles in Algeria's energy sector. With an average daily output of around 970 million barrels, oil revenue plays a vital role in the country's economy. The oil industry in Algeria continues to attract domestic and international investments, driving infrastructure development and contributing to the nation's economic growth and development objectives. 2. Nigeria. It is a formidable player in the global oil industry, boasts an economy intricately woven with the threads of its oil production. Renowned for its abundant reservoirs of crude oil, the nation stands tall among Africa's leading oil producers. Yet the journey of Nigeria's oil production has been far from smooth, navigating a tempestuous sea of political instability, security hurdles, and the caprices of global oil prices. Recent years have witnessed an average daily output of approximately 1,020,000 barrels, a substantial contribution to Nigeria's export revenue. While the oil sector has fueled the nation's economic expansion, it grapples with adversaries such as vandalized pipelines, insidious oil theft, and pressing environmental concerns, which hinder the sector's fullest potential. In response, the Nigerian government endeavors to forge ahead, implementing bold reforms and far-reaching initiatives to surmount these challenges, amplifying the efficiency and sustainability of the oil industry. 1. Angola. Nestled on the picturesque southwestern coast of Africa, Angola commands a prominent position in the global oil landscape, its oil production serving as the lifeblood of its economy. Revered for its extensive reservoirs of crude oil, Angola has etched its name among the continent's foremost oil producers. Yet the journey of Angola's oil production has been a roller coaster, riding the waves of geopolitical tides, grappling with infrastructure hurdles, and navigating the unpredictable currents of the global oil market. Angola's thriving oil industry is supported by major companies such as Sonangol, Chevron, Total Energies, and BP, which actively participate in the country's exploration, production, and development activities, playing pivotal roles in Angola's energy sector. With a daily output averaging around 1,160,000 barrels, Angola's oil sector stands as a cornerstone, propelling its export revenues and fueling economic growth. As Africa's largest oil producers continue to navigate these complex landscapes, it is crucial for them to prioritize long-term sustainability and inclusive growth. This entails investing in diversified economies, fostering local talent and industries, and promoting transparency in resource governance. Ultimately, the success of Africa's largest oil-producing countries will not only shape the continent's trajectory, but also contribute to global energy dynamics and the overall pursuit of a sustainable and equitable future. We have come to the end of this video. Do you agree that if these countries continue in this manner, they will create a prosperous future for their citizens? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Also, like this video and subscribe to the New Tourist channel. Do not forget to turn on notifications so you get notified whenever we upload interesting videos like this. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.